My name's Hugo.
My name's Ross.
And we're trekking Greenland in aid of Spinal Research.
4 graduates from Loughborough University are hoping to set 2 world records by rowing 3,000 miles across the Atlantic. Now, one of them broke his neck 6 years ago.
We rowed across the Atlantic in 2011 and 2012 to raise money for Spinal Research, and at the end of it we raised over £300,000. Off the back of that, we just wanted to raise more and more money. We thought about Greenland as it is far away from the ocean as physically possible.
The expedition distance is 350 miles, which is almost the equivalent of the length of England. You've got 40, 50, 60 foot sheer drops in the ice, which will be covered with a blanket of snow. Minus 50, 60 with 100 plus kilometres an hour winds. On top of everything else, we're also replicating Shackleton's kit and equipment he used 100 years ago on his expedition in 1914. So one of us is going to be wearing the old kit and one of us is going to be wearing the new kit. Being twins puts us in a unique position whereby we can directly compare the new kit against the old kit to really highlight without any bias how much harder it was to be an explorer 100 years ago. In 2007, I was in Cornwall on a holiday. I went down to the beach with friends, just messing around like 17-year-olds do, and was running into the sea, and it was completely mirror. The water was really, really flat, couldn't see anything underneath, and I dived in and hit a sandbank which I couldn't see. I was told the next day, in the early hours of the morning, that I'd broken my neck.
I was right behind him doing exactly the same thing. I guess it could have happened to either one of us. I'll remember that for the rest of my life. Getting him out of the water, and then 6 months of surgery.
I was millimetres from being paralysed, and the spine is so vital in everything we do. I think how different my life would be if I was paralysed from the neck down. I would have been a quadriplegic.
Spinal cord injury thankfully doesn't affect that many people, but when it does, it really does affect them and their family and their friends dramatically. And you live with it for the rest of your life, and that's where the real cost comes. The real cost burden comes with that long-term chronic condition. So funding for that's quite difficult. When you get a couple of twins who just decide that they've got something worthwhile doing, really challenge themselves, that not only brings awareness, but hopefully brings in really vitally needed funds.
We're just about to make history in terms of getting drugs in clinical trials to effectively treat paralysis that will change millions of lives in the future.
We've got to the stage where the very exciting research is coming to fruition, and we are probably within a year or two of making substantial inroads into a clinical trial.
This is an ideal opportunity for people who feel engaged and want to help this project, whether they're an individual or a corporate, to really drive the fundraising efforts towards helping Spinal Research reach their goal of reversing paralysis.